Good morning, Falcons. Today is Wednesday, October 11th. I am Ari Beauchamp.
I'm Rayhan Saad.
Today's weather. Today will be a little warmer and partly sunny with a high of 66 and a low of 53.
Here are today's announcements.
Free math tutoring every Wednesday and Friday at 8:30. Students will meet at the main entrance in the vestibule.
Miss Corn will get you at 8:30. This is open to all 7th and 8th graders. You can attend anytime you would like additional math help.
Bring your math questions and be ready for some problem-solving adventures.
Do you love solving math problems?
Do you like to compete with other math wizards?
Is your brain wired for some new, exciting, and amazing challenges?
Math Count starts Monday, October 23rd, and is open to all 7th and 8th grade students.
Practice is most Mondays in Miss Corman's room at 8 a.m., room 138.
Meet at the main entrance in the vestibule. Miss Corman will let you inside. Bring pencil, paper, and calculator.
Be prepared to stretch your math thinking and logical reasoning skills. Bring friends who also aren't afraid to tackle rigorous math.
National Good Neighbor Day is September 28th. Here are some fun facts and how to be a good friend. A good neighbor is friendly and considerate. They understand and don't try to force themselves onto another person's life. According to nationaltoday.com, National Neighbor Day was created because neighbors are like family, and they are close to you in more ways than one. Good neighbors make a neighborhood feel safe to be in, and it makes you as well as others feel safe and welcomed. National Neighbor Day was created in 1947, and it started in New York, where there were 2,000 people who lived next to each other that called themselves neighbors. According to a Pew Research Center survey, 57% of people claimed they knew very few to none of their neighbors, and 58% said that they know their neighbors but don't chat or hang out with them. 66% of Americans, according to PewResearch.org, trust their neighbors with emergencies, letting them watch over the house and handing them the keys. Social events happen among neighbors are very rare and only happen occasionally. Sometimes neighborhoods hold fun events for neighborhoods. For example, they could have parties, events, contests, and etc. The majority of people believe that a good neighbor is someone who is considering, tolerant, understanding, and overall different. But how can you be a good neighbor? Here are 5 steps to being a good neighbor according to townsq.io. The first step to being a good neighbor is being friendly. Friendly neighbors welcome new neighbors and are approachable. The second step to being a good neighbor is being helpful. If you are there to lend a hand or just be there for moral support, you are a good neighbor. The third step to being a good neighbor is to be trusting. Trusting neighbors tell the truth and have all their neighbors at heart. The fourth step is to be respectful of your neighbors. Don't push them to do anything they aren't comfortable with, and don't cross any boundaries. The last and final step of being a good neighbor is to be considerate of noise. Don't be too loud, don't play music too loud, and etc. Now, let's interview some Falcons on their thoughts about this topic. Hello, I am here with Sophia from the 8th grade. Sophia, have you ever heard of Good Neighbor Day?
No, I haven't.
How would you celebrate it if you had heard of it?
What is it about?
Basically just about how it's like a good neighbor, like being a good neighbor to others.
Oh, well, I'd probably be a good neighbor to my neighbor and see how they're doing.
Cool, thank you. Hello, I am here with Salamat from the 8th grade.
Yeah.
What do you think are good qualities in a neighbor?
Not being too annoying, not disturbing, like being kind and stuff.
How do your neighbors act?
They're fine most of the time.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now that you know about Good Neighbor Day and you know how to be a good neighbor, how will you celebrate it?
Talent show audition forms are due this Friday, the 13th, before we leave for fall break. Forms can be handed to Mr. Spidell, Miss Petrangic, Mrs. Hochenstetter, and Mr. Warts.
They can also be turned in to the main office. Audition forms are available in the main office for anyone who was not able to attend last week's SOAR informational meeting.
As we count down the days to fall break, show your school spirit by taking part in this week's Spirit Week.
Today's Barbie and Ken Day. The rest of the week's Spirit Days are
Thursday, Jersey Day.
Friday, Flannel Day.
Get out there, Falcons, and show your school spirit.
Feather store is open.
Students, did you know you can spend your feathers like cash? Scan the Feather Store QR code posted around the cafeteria to purchase fidgets, stickers, bracelets, and more. We have items available from 1 feather to 30 feathers.
Check with Miss Rohr in the front office to check your feather balance and get shopping. All items will be delivered to your store location on Wednesday or Friday, depending on when you order your items.
Thanks for tuning in, Falcons. Remember to be safe,
Optimistic,
accountable,
and respectful.
Have a great day.